What starts with war ends in death. It's time to dive into Vigil Games' latest game, Darksiders 2. Darksiders 2 is a sequel to Darksiders 1 where instead of controlling war, we're now controlling death. Set on a quest to prove his brother's innocence, Death will have to slay many enemies to reveal the truth. Darksiders 2's story runs parallel to Darksiders 1, so while we'll hear a lot about war, I doubt that we'll see very much of it. The game starts out in a motion comic telling the story of what happened so far and a vague outline of your journey as Death. Then goes into Death riding along Despair, your horse. If you've played Darksiders 1, then the controls will feel familiar with a few changes. Within combat, the first thing you will notice is that instead of the bulky brute that we all know as War, you're now an agile warrior that can dodge and evade really fast. The combat is actually really fluid, and you can jump out of a combo no matter if it's a quick attack or a heavy attack. You can cancel out of it to dodge that incoming attack. Some of the new features brought to Darksiders 2 is a loot system, where enemies will drop weapons and clothing that will help upgrade your defenses and your strength. This will also alter the look of Death, giving him a standout look from your friends. While I haven't played much of the story, the graphics have gotten better. They look a little cartoony, which isn't a bad thing because I personally like the look. A few turnoffs are when watching a cutscene, the mouths don't match what is being said. Sometimes the mouth won't even move at all, but the words are still coming out. Also, another great thing is that in the mini-map, you can now find the treasure chest a lot easier when you get close to them than you could have in Darksiders 1. While I haven't played very much of the story, I can say that so far it is a lot better and deeper than it was in Darksiders 1. Another one of the slight issues I found is that the developers told us to explore. When I went to do the exploring, I couldn't. I would hit the invisible boundaries and couldn't go further to see more of the world. For instance, I wanted to see some of the water in the waterfalls, but I couldn't. I couldn't jump into the water and swim around. While it sucks, I can see why they wouldn't allow it because maybe you'd spend more time playing in the water than you would focusing on the story. I just wish that when they told us to explore, we could explore everything. Overall, I would give this game a 4 out of 5. Points lost for graphics not being as high as they could be in today's graphical standards. The audio is too loud. You have no choice but to turn it down, otherwise the voices will get drowned out by the background noises and music. The slight mouth moving issue, along with the exploring issue. I did find myself fighting a guy in Tristone for about 45 minutes just to get some side quests. I don't think a one-hit fights over type fight for some side quests is appropriate for being within the first 30 minutes of the game. It just doesn't give you very long to warm up to the new controls brought to the game. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed our review of Darksiders 2. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitch TV.